Hi everyone, we're Group 30. This week we're discussing Elizabeth Noel Newman's The Spiral of Silence. She introduces her theory through a ballet about a town that follows a poet's bizarre fashions, unicorns, gorgons, and manticores, only to claim moral authority once they've discarded his ideas as mere whims. Noel Newman uses this to argue that public opinion is our social skin, a way we constantly adjust to our environment to avoid being the loner at the end of the table.
A core idea here is our quasi-statistical ability, which is basically a sixth sense humans have for scanning the environment to see which opinions are gaining ground and which are losing. She illustrates this with the 1965 and 1972 German elections. Even when actual voters' numbers were equal, the perception of a shift in the climate of opinion created a bandwagon effect where people jumped to the slide they expected would win just to avoid being left behind. This builds directly on our previous discussion about the media effects and social control. While Lassersfeld and Merton talk about media canalizing behavior, Noel Newman goes deeper into the psychological dread of isolation. She also references the ash-line experiments from our lectures to prove that most people will actually ignore the evidence of their own senses if it means staying in agreement with an anonymous majority.
And to measure this, she developed the train test, asking if people would speak to a stranger on a 5-hour ride who held an opposing view. She found that those who feel they hold the majority view, the winners, are much more willing to speak up. In contrast, the losers fall silent to avoid the ring of avoidance. This silence makes the minority view disappear from the public awareness, even if their actual numbers haven't changed. Let's go.
I have a personal example of this social scam. When I first moved to Antafe, I saw only certain political emblems and buttons, which made me feel like the loner for holding a different view, so I stayed quiet. We see this today in cancel culture on social media. The spiral of silence happens instantly. If you feel your opinion will get you blocked or ratioed, you simply don't post, which makes the dominant view look far more unanimous than it really is.
Hey, Mike. To conclude, Noel Newman actually defends our social nature, arguing that this pressure to conform is necessary to keep a community integrated.
While we often praise the independent poet, she argues a society of only loners is a plain impossibility. That's a Group 30. Thanks for watching.